Cars are king at the moment in this country, and that's still a huge issue. And as somebody who relies on a car in rural areas, I get that. But in urban areas, it is insane that we still have kids being driven to school from across the road. We need pedestrian crossings. We need wider footpaths. We need to take it seriously. A quarter of our 9-year-olds are overweight. That's because they have to be driven everywhere. We have to take this seriously. We need to give space back to our children and back to older people who can't always drive, or people with disabilities. Let's just do it here and modernise our country and not be stuck back in the 80s where we think everybody should drive a car everywhere. It's insane.
Well, I suppose, first of all, the focus since we've come back after the summer break has been on the budget. And we've had 2 leaders' meetings, and that's been very centrally, and it'll be the focus of our discussions tomorrow evening as well. But in the context of the upcoming election, obviously the Constitution is clear. It's a matter ultimately for the Taoiseach, but I would expect to be consulted in terms of a final date. Those discussions, those conversations haven't happened yet. Well, I've said I'd like the government to go its full term, but I think it is important. I was glad to see the Taoiseach endorsing our idea of a greater state involvement in early years. I believe that we can't just maintain the existing model where it is primarily provided through private providers. Private providers are great, they do amazing work, but we know there are areas in the country where we don't have enough capacity, we don't have enough spaces, and we need to target the state intervening there and opening early years services there. I was looking at the Sinn Féin policy last week, and I know that'll be debated in the Dáil on Wednesday. I was actually surprised to see that they're looking to stick with the status quo and not actually advance a public model of childcare as has been advocated by the Equal Start campaign and SIPTU and others. But having state provision of childcare will be an important part of the Green Party manifesto.
Last time we went to worse, not back.